Good morning, guys, or good afternoon, or night, whatever you're watching this. I am margisisfab. Welcome to my channel. So today, students, you need to sit down and put your phones away. I'm just kidding. You don't have to put your phone away. How else are you going to see my video? Today we are talking all about brows. We are at the margisisfab Beauty Institute today, and I'm going to be teaching you some tips and tricks that I learned that really helps my brow game out a lot. People give me so many nice compliments all the time about like, ooh, eyebrows on fleek. Are we still saying that in 2018? I wanted to show you guys some stuff that I learned that really helped my brow game out like a ton. Like I went from flaky to fleeky in a matter of a day. So let's get started. So story time. I actually went to an event with Anastasia Beverly Hills at Ulta, and when I initially heard about the event, I thought that it was going to be a brow event. So I went with no makeup on, no nothing. They were like, girl, you need all the treatments. I went with no makeup on because I assumed that they would be using their own products, but I wasn't like 100% sure if they'd be like waxing or tweezing or plucking or whatever. So I went like barefaced with like just lip gloss on. And when I got there, she actually was like, you can pick from a lip look, an eye look, or a brow look. So because Anastasia was founded on brows, I feel like they set the game for every brow company or every brand that puts out brow products, and they're known for their brows. I decided to go with a lip look. Just kidding. I am full of jokes today. I actually went with a brow look because that was what I'm least versed in. That is what I needed the most help in, was brows. So today I'm going to show you tips and tricks that I learned there from the fabulous makeup artist, and maybe you can have really pretty looking brows too. So I'm going to be using like 95% of the products she used on me. Feel free to use whatever brow products you already have. The tips that I'm going to be showing you are stuff that you can use with pencils, you can use them with powders, pomades, shoe polish, whatever you use on your brows, use it. This can be used with anything. So don't feel like you have to run out and go buy all these products. The products that I'm using are products that I really do genuinely like. So feel free to buy those if you would like. Today I'm going to be using the Anastasia DipBrow pomades. They come in like little jars. I have dark brown and medium brown. She used dark brown on me, but I felt like it was a little harsh. So I'm going to be using medium brown because that's what I also use in the brow definer. Now, when using the pomade, it is very important that you have like an amazing brush. And I feel like if you're going to buy anything that I'm showing you today, this is like the thing to buy. And this is the Anastasia Brow Pencil number 12. Now, as you can see, this is so small and so thin. I don't know if you can see that. I was using this Morphe E11 brush. Yeah, I needed help, people. See how fat that is? And it also has a spoolie at the end. This is like the most amazing brow pencil. Like, there have been people that have tried to come in and make one just as good as this, but this is honestly like the thinnest, best, most amazing brow pencil. So number 12 brow pencil is what I'm going to be using with the medium brown. And the one thing that I won't be using that she used on me was the Pro Base Pencil, or Pro Pencil Base 1. It's actually a little tiny like concealing pencil to do under your eyes. I'm just using concealer. If you have concealer, just use that too. It works the same. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be, the one thing that I won't be using that she used on me. Well, we'll get more to that later. So to start this whole shebang off, the most important thing is to map out your brows. Now, after 2 or 3 or 4 times, you're probably not going to need to map out your brows every time you do your eyebrows because you're just going to be able to see it and know where to mark your brows. But if you are someone that is looking into becoming a makeup artist, this is important because, you know, you don't want to just start going in ham on someone's brows on the day of their wedding. You want to be able to make the brows proportionate to the face and to the eyes of the person and to yourself. So, first things first, you can take any pencil or pen or brush or your finger and map out your brows. So first things first, I'm going to zoom y'all in. We're so up close and personal today. and you're going to map out the middle. Now, the middle is important because you don't want your brows too far in. You don't want them way out because you're either going to look really angry or you're going to look really confused, and that's not a good look for anybody. So I take a little bit of the brow pomade, just a little bit to mark your spot. You're going to line yourself right up against your nostril, right with the inner corner, and you're going to go ahead and place your brows. Now I'm going to look in the mirror because it's a little bit difficult to make sure that I'm placing in the right spot and look in the camera. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it by looking in the mirror. Marked a little spot for myself that I can see. You probably won't be able to see, but I marked a little spot for myself. For the most part, I can just look at my brows and see that for the most part they line up. This one I think I have to fill in a little bit more, but this one's good. We're gonna do the arch of the brow. This needs to be the highest point of the brow, and you're gonna mark it at the top of the brow. Now this one's pretty easy. All you do is go straight up through the pupil, or I think that's the black part of the eye, right? I don't know, I failed anatomy. And you're gonna go right up and dot the top of it. I'm gonna take a little bit more brow product and I'm going to do it. So as you can see, I made a little deet. That's where the highest part of my brow should be. And then of course you have the tail end. Now you don't want your tail end like way far out here, or you don't want it too short because you're going to be looking ridiculous. So this is a little bit more tricky. Again, you're lining it up with the bottom nostril and the outer corner of the eye. So again, I'm just going to look, I'm sorry. So I made a tiny little dot where my eyebrow should end at. So do that on both sides and you will get a clear picture of where your brows need to be. I really like the pomades because they're really long wearing and they are very, very like waterproof and kind of sweat proof. And as someone that lives in Florida and works like a hella hot job, it's really important for me to have something that's going to last a really long time. I do enjoy the brow definer when I'm more in like a rush, but when I have time to really sit down and make love to my brows, that's when I use the pomades, when I really want them to look like super snatched and fleek and amazing and wonderful. So now we're going to go ahead and fill. Now a lot of misconception is that you just go over top like this and you just start filling in like that, but you don't want to do that. You want to go ahead, if you do have brows like I do, they're kind of funky looking, but you want to go ahead and just line the brows that you have. Don't start overdrawing because then you're going to make your brows way too big and bold and they're just going to look a little ridiculous. So what you need to do is you need to brush your hairs down. Your brow hairs don't grow up, they grow down. So go ahead and with your spoolie, just brush the brow hairs down. Okay? Then you're going to dip into your pomade. If you take too much, mine's a little old, so it's a little more dried out, so I'm good. But if yours is brand new, you're going to want to wipe yours in the cap like I do, or wipe it on the back of your hand. Sometimes it's really easy to get carried away with the pomades, so you want to make sure that you're going in with a light hand and adding more. That's my whole philosophy with makeup, is go in light, add more later if you need to. So what you're going to do is you're going to dip into your pomade and you're basically going to make little hair-like strokes in the direction of the hair, filling it in. So this is going to give a really nice look of filling in from behind. You're going to kind of fill the background of the brows and then brush the hairs over top, and it's going to give it a really nice structured look, but it's also going to look a little bit more natural as well. I mean, as natural as filled in brows can look. So I just take a little bit of the pomade on my brush and I'm going to go in and just make little hair-like strokes on the brow. Now I'm careful not to go up too high. You want to kind of keep them in a nice line, building up more to the top when you get to the arch of the brow, and building down as you go downward. So see how nice that looks already? Ooh. So now I'm going to go ahead and brush the hair back over to show you guys how this kind of like looks already really nice. So as you can see, it already starting to take shape. It looks really nice. It looks pretty natural for the most part, unlike this one. This one, he hanging out. He's a little scraggly, but we're going to fix him in a minute. So now you want to just connect the under part. You want to take a little more pomade and see how this kind of like has a line and then it like dips up here. You want to make it a nice straight line across. So you're going to do the little hair-like strokes, but you're going to do them upward in the direction of the hair, filling in that space. So see, I only filled in a tiny bit, and look how nice and pretty they look and nice and filled in. If you feel like they're looking a little too structured or you want them to look a little more natural, the spoolie is your best friend. Keep going in with that spoolie and making them look really, really nice. Now there is a little bit of a dip up here that I want to fix, so I'm just going to go in very lightly over the top and just kind of fill that in. I'm not going to pick up any more product. Front part of the brow is a little bit tricky. You want to go in with more pomade, and you're going to make just 2 or 3 hair-like strokes in the front. So I have to be a little careful because I don't want them to look too fake and too harsh. And if they do, that's okay. We will fix them in un momento. So I just go up and I make those lines, and then I'll go ahead and bring the spoolie through them. Now if you need to fill in the tail end a little as well, just go in very lightly and fill in the small spots. Again, don't draw, just fill in with light little strokes. So it is important to remember, my friends, that brows are sisters, they're not twins. So if your brows are a little bit off or they're not exactly perfect, it is okay. It is okay to not be perfect at all times, but these did turn out pretty perfect if I do say so myself. So I went ahead and did the other one off camera just so we can kind of get the show on the road a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do the concealer part now. Now this is important. I thought this was like some Instagram thing that didn't matter, but it really makes a difference. So she used what's called the Anastasia Pro Pencil in Base 1. That's a lot easier because it's not liquidy. It goes on more like a crayon, and then you can just blend it out with your finger. But I'm just going to use my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'm in the shade Vanilla. And what you want to do is just take a little bit of concealer and go right underneath your brow and kind of sculpt them out. You can do a little on the top as well, but I just do it on the bottom. Now this is an excellent trick because if you're someone like me that does pluck their own eyebrows, I don't pluck every single day. Like, they're actually looking really good, but that's just for this video. It's nice to have the concealer because the concealer will help cover up any kind of hairs that are coming through. It helps cover up any imperfections and just kind of cleans up the brow a little bit. And it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra coverage under the brow, kind of brightening them up some. So as you can see, I'm just taking a MAC 242 brush that I normally use for eyeshadow, but you can use for concealer under the brows as well to blend out. And I'm just lightly blending this out, or you can just go in with your finger. And look how much nicer it looks now. It has a little bit of concealer. Looks so nice. Brows are your only thing that you do it on your face. You can go into and set the under eyes with a little bit of powder and then put a little tiny bit of highlighter underneath. I'm just going to put a little bit of the shade Beam from the Jaclyn Hill palette. Again, I don't want a ton, but just a little bit to just kind of brighten it up under there. If you're going to go ahead and do a full face of makeup, then now you can go ahead with your full face of makeup. But I'm just leaving the brows today. I'm having a chill day. I'm just doing lips and brows. So these, ladies and gentlemen, are the completed products. I love the way that this looks, and I hope this video helped you guys out as well. And I hope you have a brow-tastic day, and I hope there is more better brow days to follow, because I think these eyebrows look really good, really snatched, and I really hope that this video helps some of you guys out too if you were kind of curious. As always, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching all the time, and I'll never be able to put into words what it means that you guys watch my videos. So have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.